Hello, hello, Internet. Welcome to Handelabra Live Special Edition. Tonight, it is the first sneak peek of Jagged Earth content for Spirit Island. Uh, Welcome, Logic Dolphin, between two parks, and anyone else tuning in for the preview. Special Edition. If you see a black screen, you should turn on your monitor, I guess. Reload the page on Twitch. I don't know. You should be seeing my disembodied areas here. And as Nightbot says, Horizons of Spirit Island is now available. Actually, everything is on sale right now. There's a big sale going on, so check that out on Steam and mobile. For Spirit Island, for all of other games, it is the strategy game sale on Steam, and it's also on mobile. So have a look. And yeah, Jagged Earth is well in development, and we're happy to show some things today. Of course, I will preface that this is a testing build. It's not actually even in beta testing yet, just been undergoing internal testing. There's going to be bugs, and we're going to report them, and that's how we do it. Hopefully, things should mostly work, though. And I'm happy to answer questions. I may not be able to give you all the details you want, but I will answer to the best of my ability. Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. Any activity working against those goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. And Nightbot just can't get enough of posting, also talking about One Deck Galaxy, so check that out on Steam Early Access. All right, sales mode off, game mode on. I want to play a couple games probably to try to showcase stuff, so let's do 2 Spirit games. Rando. We get Ocean and Sharp Fangs. I had a great Sharp Fangs game testing with some of the beast powers in Jagged Earth. They're pretty ridiculous. That was fun. If you're wondering what beer I have, I don't know where Sparky Wolf is, but Sparky Wolf's always curious. Hello, Kate S. Walker. It's actually a really interesting beer from Serpent Brewing here in Halifax. It's a collaboration with Cerveceria Italiane in Mexico. It has maple syrup and Mexican coffee. It's pretty tasty. Pretty wild. And hello, Nezuchualt. I'm going to keep working on that name. Let's try... We have France. Let's get France up to level 2 because, just do something okay. And we're going to hit the play options and make sure we have Jagged Earth enabled. So that's cool. Still have that toggle shouldn't be enabling here with Jagged Earth. But Logic Dolphin says it will be released later this week. Depends on what you mean by released. Could be into a little bit of beta testing later this week. We'll see. But not publicly released. 5-10 minutes tops. I know, I made it in Excel on my own spare time. It's fine. It's easy. Let's go. See what we've got here from Jagged Earth so far. Jagged Earth is enormous, by the way. If you've ever sat down and looked at all that it has tons of stuff. It has 10 spirits. It has a ton of power cards, event cards, fear cards, blight cards. It's got adversaries. It's got aspects. It's got new gameplay modes and rules and this and that. It's a lot. It's a lot of content. It's new stuff, but also a lot of content. What we've put in so far is mainly the stuff that doesn't involve new rules, and it's still a lot. So we're adding presents with Sharp Fangs behind the leaves here. We're way back in the back corner, but I'm going to go here to help out Ocean potentially a little bit. Get a little more reach into Ocean's board. Ocean's got board D, so it's actually pretty handy for Ocean. Explore the sands. So that land's kind of probably screwed. This land has beasts. Haha. Yes, so you might be wondering what's in the minor power deck. Oh, there's 89 cards. And in the major power deck, there's 55 cards. So there's a few cards in there that are new. And the rule for me tonight is if I see a Jagged Earth card, I have to click on it. Yeah, I know. There should be 54 major powers, but there's one too many. The 55th major power is the spoiler. So we still have to like play the game. But it makes it a little harder for me to have to take a power that I don't necessarily want, but that's part of testing. Shiny card syndrome and testing syndrome. Take the shiny new cards. If there's no Jagged Earth cards, then I won't. I'll take whatever makes the most sense. So here we could put presents in both oceans. We could just terrifying chase these guys into the ocean. It's not a terrible idea. We could do things like that. We could prevent this build. That's another thing we could do. Get presents here and terrifying chase them into the ocean. I kind of dig that. There are Dahan there, like, but you know, whatever. So let's do that. It's definitely 2 card plays. It might be just straight card plays for ocean at the start here. We don't really need the moon. We love the moon because it is close to us. Little Green Freak says, what are the cards that haven't made their way into the game yet? From the power cards and so on. Anything with Isolate or Badlands are not programmed yet, but those are coming. The second copy of Sea Monsters. Nice. Psycho Garrison. I like it. You get the broken version of Sea Monsters and the regular version of Sea Monsters. So we don't have Isolate or Badlands yet, so any cards that don't have those are in the power decks right now, and about half of the events are in there too. The element balance of the deck might be off, but since I'm just testing, that's okay. That's not something we would release in that way. Okay, so Call of Deeps is... I mean, Call of Deeps could stop that instead. Or I could drown nothing because there's nothing there. Yeah, you know what? This is not a great turn for Ocean, is it? I wonder if Ocean wants to, like... I mean, even playing both of these, you don't get to drown a city, so it's not even... Maybe we just take a skip turn for Ocean. We could play Call of Deeps and do other things. Like, that's quite all right. Call of Deeps and Tidal Boon. I mean, if you're going to play cards, play cards. And over here, well, let's see what we get over here. We're going to take a minor power. Ooh, domesticated animals go berserk. Actually, a really good power for Sharp Fangs. It adds things. It has great elements. This is the one where the cows attack. Our sheeps, I guess. So we're clicking on that. It's actually a good pick, too. We could use it here. It's range 0. So we have to get in there. Which is not necessarily easy. We can get next to there. We could go in here. So what are we doing if we're gonna like plan to use domesticated aminals next turn? Yeah, Grocer Sacrifice and the other changes to the card pool are going to be part of the initial release of Jagged Earth. So they're not changed yet, but they will be. There's a replacement card for Grocer Sacrifice that uses Isolate. And there's some event card changes and blight card changes. So what is Sharp Fangs going to do? We're calling of the deepsing there. We want to be in a land with a town. I don't think we can do... I guess we can get into where we want to be with domesticated animals next turn. by moving beasts around. So we could do the damage first turn and get us set up to have a beast next to this so we can move it in next turn and do the thing. So let's do that. I'm gonna add presence because I want to add presence. We need to take the animal here if we're going to try to do the damage this turn. Which means we're not blocking the builder this turn, but that's fine. We'll stop this build. Maybe this beast will do something cool next turn. So I'm gonna get my presence in here. A jungle. Actually, this jungle's good because if I play 2 in the jungle, this sees all the other land types. And I mean, that one does see the blighted mountains. Maybe that's better. I like this one. And we want to play the 2 cards we have to play if we want to do the damage this turn. I mean, this stops a build, that stops a build. They both stop a build in different ways, don't they? Oh, I wanted to be actually in this land for Tidal Boon. Okay, let's do that. That's easy. No, I don't. I clicked wrong. I clicked wrong. Undo. Redo, undo. All right, I just wanted to put my presence to a different land. To here. For Tidal Boon. I forgot about Tidal Boon. Cooperating with myself. Okay. Gather beast. I'm going to be in this jungle as well, so... it could work. And Call of the Deeps. So we just have a city and a town. And we have this defended and we have this pushed out. So pretty good turn 1. What could possibly go wrong? That's right, Jagged Earth is coming to the app. Growth through sacrifice will not be in the pool if you don't have Jagged Earth content enabled. If you have Wrench and Claw, you will have the other card instead of Growth through sacrifice. So enjoy it while you can. Okay, Tidal Boon is here. We are going to boon. They actually did explore mountains, and because France, there's an extra explorer, so Tuna the Jungle is kind of lame. Turns out. I'm gonna send this over here for Ocean to eat someday. Well, destroying 1 explorer does make 1 less town with the extra rule, so... Grrr. We can add beasts to land. Don't have to add beasts there. Let's add them here. Because we're gonna go in and defend that. We're not gonna do any damage with beasts there next turn anyways, but maybe the following turn we want to do that here. Nezuchwalt says, I'm not sure why. Well, because it's basically a major power that's free. It's super, super good. It has 4 elements. It's fast and free. It accelerates. It puts presence from your tracks onto the lands. And you also get to remove Blight for a really easy threshold. It's like... it should cost 2. Or something like that for what it does. So it should be a major power for what it does. Or it should do less or whatever. So it's just generally... powers that do the things that it do are in the major deck and not in the minor deck. You look at other cards that are also still kind of broken. Anything that, like this card, And this is a very, very, very good card as well. But at least it costs 4 and not 0. Yeah, you also forget cards for majors as well. Logic Dolphin has a good replacement. Destroy 2 your presence. If you do, cry while you reminisce about the good old days of growth through sacrifice. Alright, Ocean is here to drown. Nothing. Okay, it's the next turn. We have 1 blight there that's not actually going to blight. And, well, pending the event. We have disease here. We could stop this build. It's kind of an annoying build. We could terrifying chase the 2 towns away if we go in there. Might be better. Terrifying chase everything away with the beast in there. I don't like this blighted land. That's what I don't like. Also, they're not doing anything on the coast. What the crap? We can Grasping Tide that. I guess we can put presence in here and drown the thing. We can put presence in both lands. Drown the Explorer with Swallow the Land Dwellers at least. So we'll get a power card for Ocean. Ooh. There is a card from Jagged Earth. Gift of Twin Days. Once this turn, target spirit may repeat the lowest cost power card they have in play by paying its cost again. This is really good if you have 0 cost cards. And you may do likewise. If that card wasn't there, I probably would pick... Ooh. Nothing? Veil the Night's Hunt or Scour the Land for that elements, probably. I guess Gold's Allure is okay. We could strife something here. Let's add a presence to a coastal land and push presence from each ocean. We're not going to have presence in the ocean anymore. There's a fly. All right, I'm going to go in here. We're going to defend it. It's going to be great. I get to play 3 cards. I have 3 cards. I can't afford them at all. Whoops. I guess I'm going to do this. I mean, I could just... That doesn't actually get me any energy. So if we do this, then next turn I get 2 energy. I guess we're doing that. Ocean wanted to get an energy, but only got 1 Explorer. That's kind of what happened last turn. We didn't get to feed Ocean at all. A grade 0 cost card is Growth Through Sacrifice. Well, if I can take it, I'll take it. Okay, we need to get presence into there. So we just need to play an animal card. I think we can manage that. We can gain a power card. We don't have any plant. So if we find a plant card, we could potentially do a little damage on the way in. Let's have a look. I have lots of energy as Sharp Fangs. Oh, we have 2 options. We have Treacherous Waterways. We have Haunted by Primal Memories. Defend 3 if beasts are present. 2 fear. 3 fear all the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. Range 2 Sacred Site, though. That's hard for Sharp Fangs. The elements here are not really for Sharp Fangs as well. Neither are these, but at least it has a fire on it, so I'm going to go for that, I guess. Wetlands hasn't come up yet, right? We could also push an Explorer, which doesn't... Oh, we can stop the build here. That's worthwhile. Ocean got a t-shirt instead of energy. So we didn't get a plant. And so We don't need to take the plant. We could start moving up card plays, maybe? Where do we want to be? A land with beasts? So we can only play 2 cards. So we're thinking of playing, we have to play that to defend. And I want to stop this build. So we're, Terrifying Chase is good though. We could Terrifying Chase all this stuff if we were in there, but we're not. I think we go in here and maybe we do the damage there next turn or something like that. I think it's more important for that to not build. They're going to have 2 towns and 5 towns built. Yeah. Those lands are going to be gross. I could convert to a beasts here, but tipping point exists, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. It would be like this one, which isn't really doing anything anyways. They could get +1 damage. That's basically the reason to do that. Yeah, I mean, that can happen well enough, so let's do that. Maybe it's more fear. Maybe if we get an event with fear, you know, that can happen too. Let's push this chap to there, I suppose. And gather a beast in my presence. We could push the beast into here, because maybe the beast does 2 damage, and that would be cool. Let's do that. We didn't get the threshold on it, but Fen 5 might be enough. An event from Jagged Earth. Dahan trade with the invaders. Some seek knowledge, others are interested in tools and trade goods, while others are still others are simply curious. All hope to avoid violence, and the invaders seem amenable, at least for now. You may. We have 3 options. Ignore their interest. Dahan did not participate in ravages this turn. That is annoying there. Otherwise, not a big deal. Display your wrath at this betrayal. 2 energy per player aided by fire. Each spirit with Dahan in their lands destroys one of them and generates 1 fear. So that would be both of us. Change and help them learn from the enemy. 6 energy per player aided by air. And we don't even get the option because it's impossible for us. Also, Dahan don't participate. We forget a card, and from next turn on, each Dahan provides defend one in its land. That's pretty good if you get it later and you can pay for it. Outbreaks shift. Each board push disease to the adjacent land with the most invaders. Well, so much for that not building. I guess that's a good target for 12 land dwellers. Excuse me. Getting some cerveceria. And this is going to not push that disease because there's no invaders in the other lands. So I think it only costs us 2 energy to do the wrath, but it's not bad. Destroying Dahan isn't ideal, but I want those Dahan to participate in that Ravage. And that gets us a fear card. I'm going to click that button. Display wrath at this betrayal. We can just discard for 2. And hey, look. I need to handle this thing. I put a thing in here for beta testing that this will help us clean up any of these things. Instead of saying click a spirit to select it, it should say click a spirit to destroy Dahan and generate fear. First bug report. Change and help them learn is good when it lines up. Yeah. It's very expensive, but if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. Hello. You want to come say hi? Okay. Nassim does not want to say hi. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is going to say click a spirit to destroy Dahan in their lands or whatever, and it should also say choose for me here because the order probably doesn't matter. So probably this guy. He's not doing anything. And not one of those. Not probably that one. Maybe this guy. Sorry, Dahan. Yeah, that Dahan might just get killed by the next disease event anyway. Alright, we destroyed a city. And we get to drown a bunch of stuff here. We have some energy for next turn. And they're in the wetlands. Disease. Question mark? France? Question mark? I could stop that, but it's already kind of stopped, so let's... We can just let the disease happen and do that again there next turn, or the other one, the innate, so... Alright, the wetlands are fully activated. The mountains are kind of like blighting a lot, but that's okay, it's not like it's Sweden. We don't need to get our cards back here. We could gain a power card and play these cards, which honestly is, if I get an earth at all, I don't mind it. There's nothing critical here. There's no cascades or any huge presence losses or anything that can be converted if we can't manage that. So let's gain a power card and stay frosty. We got energy. Let's get a free card with earth on it. Well, there's a free card with earth on it, but we have to take Weep for What Is Lost. She's crying about this little monkey. Yes. It is like, it has a big tail and it's real furry, I guess. Yeah, no promise of protection. Weep for What Is Lost. That's happening. So add a presence to a coastal land. We can hop in. We don't need a secret site. We can hop in on this one. 4 card plays. I don't know that we're going to need 4 card plays. We're going to try to get to that 1 energy. It's going to take a long time, though. It's going to take a real long time. I want more card plays. And we have to push. We don't need sacred sites. So let's spread out. We can repeat the 0 cost card. We're going to want to play a 0 cost card here probably too. We're going to be able to push things into the ocean with treacherous waterways. So that's good. Assuming we reclaim, which I think we do, we could instead take a major power, but I kind of want to go to the 3 card plays. I didn't really make a plan here for like what are we gonna do, but mainly we're just gonna not be in here and try to do stuff in other places. We have strong and constant currents. This is really good when ocean's in the game. Push 1 Explore a town to an adjacent coastal land, which can include the ocean. If you have 2 water, you may do both. That one's really good for Ocean to get, but Ocean didn't get it. And we want to be adding presents. We want to get a couple 3 cards. We want to be here so we can help out with this stuff, right? We're not actually next to that. What are we playing? I'm going to play 2 plants and 2 animals. That means we have to play those 2 cards and then 1 other card. Does that do anything? The other card would probably be either of these. I kind of like using Treacherous Waterways this turn. We could defend this land. We are in there. We could just defend this land and push those into the ocean. So we don't move things. That's okay too. Why don't we do that? So then we'd even add an extra beast if we play 2 moon cards, which we'd have to play this and this. But we could like stop them building a city here. Pretty okay. So we want to be in there, which means we just have to move beasts. It's not a big deal. So let's go in here. Gives us more options for Teeth Gleam. It's a moon turn. We don't have to get the threshold in this, but we get Frenzied Assault. That can do something. That can kill a town here. Alright, so we don't have to change that presence. We don't get the damage, but I think it's okay. Oh, we also didn't play a free card. We don't, it doesn't have to be free, but it helps to, you know what? I think I actually want to not. I'd rather, like, block one of these builds. If this builds a city and it blights, like, oh well. You know, oh well. Let's instead do that. So we don't brand the builders. We don't actually have to play a Teeth Gleam either. So we do that. We push either these 2 or those 2. Probably these 2, and this can be defended by Ocean next turn. And then 1 other card. I guess we can set up with Terrifying Chase and chase these guys into the ocean. This also lets us push people per... I just clicked it. Push people per blight. So if they go into this jungle or this mountain, we can push them away. Otherwise, we can get like up to 3 fear. So that's pretty cool. There's going to be blight here as well, so we can push them back to this land or whatever. Terrifying Chase. We can be here or here. I don't mind that. Ocean wants more energy, so we want to give Ocean the energy. We can't get Dahan there fast enough. Alright. We may repeat a power. So we're going to use this. I think this one, because there's Dahan here, so we can defend it. Good. You can also move Dahan from one ocean to the other. Yes. Between any coastal lands. It's pretty good. Alright, no build there. And this is going to bring this presence on a journey over here. Alright. Bureaucrats, adjust funding. Sometimes that event just goes by. We'll have a look at it in a second. Choose a different land with Dahan in each, 1 damage. Ooh. Also, we got a bunch more defense, so that's from this. So, on each board with 9 or more town cities, build cards skip the highest numbered matching land. Each board with 3 or fewer buildings, build cards cause 1 extra build action in the highest numbered matching land, and that can actually make an empty land build. So let's see. This land has somewhere in the middle, or this board is somewhere in the middle, so nothing is going to happen from that part. 2 fear per board with 2 or more beasts. I think we got some fear. And when invaders ravage, if the land has both Dahan and presence, defend 5. So we have defend 5, an extra defend on this, and that's all. So we have a bonus damage here coming from the fear card. Unfortunately, there's no... Actually, there's a different land. This does stop a town getting built, so that's good. And otherwise, like, nothing that matters. We could kill an explorer here or here, so let's kill it here. How many Jagged Area Spirits are in the internal build? None. Assign damage. We will be making Jagged Area Spirits, but there aren't any in this build. Coastal lands. Ocean says hello. I wish I could do something about it. Let's see. Maybe we can do something about it. Okay. Terrifying Chase is going to do something about it. So all this is going in the ocean. And this is going to not be able to push anything, sadly. But we could get... Oh, it has to have Blight. Well, I guess that means we do it here. And get 2 fear and push a town into here. We're only going to have to defend 4. So just enough. So I think we push it here for now. And I get to do it again. Hey, a solid fear. We can actually probably, yeah, get to terror level 2 on 2 cards, which is quite good. We are going with 5 energy, and we can play 4 cards. I think I chose correctly there, getting to the 4th play spot. Do we take another minor power? I think so. We might want to play like 3 energy worth of minor powers here, so. We do not have a Jagged Earth power. We also don't have elements that Ocean wants. Reaching Grasp is good, though. Spur On is good. It doesn't really do anything for us. It could be good for making a big combo over here. We also have Defend 4, which is not terrible. Let's think about that while we decide what we're going to do then. Because over here, we might gain a power card here too, right? We probably do. We reach Reclaim 1, potentially. But what are we doing? Right now we have a Ravage that's adding a Blight there. That's kind of just happening. Unless we want to get back in with domesticated animals. Here we could call the Deeps and defend. So that like takes care of those 2 plays. Take care of that. And then here we just drown everything. Drown, 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 drown. Yeah, so Sharp Fangs is like, I don't need to do anything. Really, Sharp Fangs doesn't need to do a whole lot. We could, of course, do things. We have that option of doing things. We could defend and not let that blight. I honestly don't really care about that one blight there. If there's something more useful we can do. But it might be that's the useful thing we can do, so... I think in any case we can get another power card. We have enough energy to play 3 minor powers, even if they cost 1. We can play 4, actually. So, let's take 1 more minor. Like calls to like. These cards don't exist. It's only like calls to like. Target land has explorers. Gather up to 1 explorer and do likewise. For towns, Dahan, Blight, and beasts. All right, I like that card. I like to like that card. I'm kind of interested in Spur On and letting Sharp Fangs play a bunch of cards, even though Sharp Fangs isn't doing anything because it lets Sharp Fangs do more things. Like we could defend this land or whatever we wanted to. Reaching Grasp is cool because it lets you drown stuff. We're already like we're in all the lands. So, click that. I like calls to like that card. You got it. All right, here. Let's bring in this. And I don't need presence in that land because we're going to do this. We're going to do that. The event is not going to screw us here probably. That couldn't possibly happen. I mean, we could take that presence out instead, and then we won't have presence in the Ravaging Land. Sure, John, do the smart thing. All right. All right. And TBD. Twin Days also stops the build here. It's pretty cool. And we're getting like a lot of energy from that too. I'm kind of into it. We're not getting any mountain at all. We could even do this and not continue to not get any mountain at all. But having a water gets us more fear, so there's some value to clicking a water card. Like that's gonna work there. Straight away. We could even use it twice if we don't want to call it these twice, but I think call it these twice is better. Is it time for the event? Maybe. I think under the top 3 cards. Yeah, so it is time for the event. Have we prepared for that? No, absolutely not. But that is going to take effect here or here. And that's all. Unless we move this Dahan in here somehow fast. Oh, we can move Dahan between coastlands as much as we want. Well, that doesn't help a whole lot. Yeah, the Slave Rebellion event is a known thing. Add strife to 1 town, and then invasion with strife take 1 damage per Dahan presence. So that's going to happen. You probably can just let this one alone because we're going to defend it. And oh, it's not. Is it per board? Yeah, it is per board. Okay, so if we strife this town, then at least it makes it less likely that it blights. Because there's... We draw the next event card? No. That's only there. Oh no, we do draw another one, so they could get +1 damage or whatever. So if we are deciding to defend that, then maybe that matters. I don't think I can move Dahan fast besides this though, and I don't think that gets. There's no towns, right? So we're going to reclaim one. That doesn't move towns. Yeah, we're gonna go reclaim one. And we're gonna put this somewhere. I don't know. We have too much presence. It's a problem. I guess we need to like take care of our own neighborhood. Let's have it in the jungle. And I mean, I could send these guys. I could put presence here and make a beast and send those guys into the ocean. Oh, except that card's I want the. Let's just do the defend. I don't know. I don't have anything really better to do. We can do some damage there as well. We play a plant animal card and a plant card. We could play like calls to like. What does that do? It's slow. I kind of want to play this so I get that. We'll play that later. I could have to take the card. I don't mean I have to use it. Twin Days. I mean, I'm using Twin Days a lot. It doesn't always work well with spirits, but this game it's been working great. That's a silly roll. I'll use it, don't worry, later. I haven't used both of these cards, but that's part of the challenge. All right, we have terror level 2. Maybe we get another fear card. We're generating more fears. We are doing damage on ranging hunt. Not very much. We can kill this town. I don't know that that does anything. We actually want to... I mean, it does more than... It does more than doing 1 damage here does. I mean, doing 1 damage here does make it less likely that they blight it. I like killing a town. So dangerously. Let's put 2 beasts in here. Maybe the beasts kill everything. We get to put a strife on the town too, right? It's like the only town option. Here could make more Dahan and be sure. I mean, there is the other event, but we'll risk it. We'll take the risk. There's no presence there. These say things. So this is a new event. Wounded lands attract explorers. On each board, add 1 explorer to a land with blight. Sure. I have no problem with that. And push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. I could push those guys. I mean, you have to push them somewhere. You could save the striped town for eating later. I guess. That's interesting. We'd have to put it in here. I mean, no, we could put it somewhere else. Here is interesting. So if you read ahead, the rating and retaliation says in each land with buildings, 1 damage per Dahan, then each surviving building deals 1 damage to Dahan. So if I move these explorers in here, the Dahan can still kill enough stuff that nothing, there's like, it's fine. So we're gonna do that. Because the Dahan's gonna do 2 damage and then there's still just 4 damage left. And the question is, do we want to save this strife town for later? Or just like move, explore? I kind of like just like saving the strife for some reason. It's funny. It might mean that they explore this where they wouldn't have before, but... Oh no, they would still have explored it, wouldn't they? And here's our damage for lands with buildings and Dahan. So we're going to lose this Dahan, right? Because it's only 1 damage. And then the city kills the Dahan. Oh, it only does 1 damage, right? 1 damage. Okay, okay. So it's fine. So here, might as well kill the town. Actually, we get another fear card, right? Oh no, we're so close to... Maybe we get a fear out of one of these. We get 2 fear cards so far. Remove 1 from an inland land. I kind of want to see if this gets killed. But also, blocking a lot of explorers is really good. So, and here we can remove, I don't know, that guy. I think we're winning. Oh yeah, skip the next explorer. So 1 fear short. And the rest of our plan is fine. Everything is great. Nothing is wrong. We get to drown stuff. I guess I could have pushed the town here, but Ocean's not even there, so. 1 fear and 2 damage. I guess we can kill the town now. We may as well, I guess. We could do this and generate a lot more fear first. We could also... Oh, we're not... Yeah, we could do... We want to generate more fear. We want to add beasts. We want to add beasts. We want to add them. We defend there and we kill here. There's no beasts around the other one, so we can, I think, kill it there. Too near the jungle. You're in the jungle, you're too near. Just in case they get +1 damage, I guess. Oh, I get to do it again. Because of Twin Days. I didn't realize. I'm not paying attention. So the fear card said that they skipped the explorer, right? So there's no build next turn. I think we're winning. There are 3 cities and 1 explorer on the map. You're going to explore half the board next turn, but if we get rid of this city... Actually, speaking of dealing damage, if we get rid of this city, they don't see most of the island for the explorers. So that's what we're going to do. Which means we do want to... We don't have to reclaim all. We just have to get back 1 of the animal plants. So we don't have to reclaim all. We can just reclaim the 1 we want. And then we can still gain a power card and add presence and play 4. Pretty cool. I like never reclaiming. I did reclaim before, but like rare reclaiming. We have 2 options. We have dry wood explodes in smoldering splinters. Can't target wetlands. You can pay 1 energy to make it fast. 2 fear, 1 damage. Decent elements and gift of nature's connection. Target spirit gains either 2 energy or 2 of a single element. If you target another spirit, you get an element of your choice. That's a fun one. It's like elemental boon, but different. It also doesn't count as all the elements like elemental boon does, though. I think. Does it? Or maybe it does. I can't remember what it does. I'm not up on my FAQs about that. So ocean has 1,000,000 energy with +0. We can just like get a major and blow that up. I don't know that we want to reclaim just to defend that. I guess there's like two things happening. Jagged Earth is where Trickster is from. That is true. That is a spirit in this expansion. So if I reclaim and get a major power, then maybe we win the game. So let's do that. We see a major power from the Jagged Earth. Storm Swath. 2 fear in both origin land and target land, 1 damage to each invader. If you have these things that actually I might be able to get, +1 fear, +1 range, in land adjacent to both the origin and target, 1 damage to each. In lands where you did damage, destroy a town. And it's a little bit long. We're clicking that. And then we're going to forget. We could get this threshold, right? Just by playing this for the air. And another air card, which is probably, I guess, has to be that. And then it's gotten, if we want. It needs a sacred site. We're going to have a sacred site because of gathering. Unfortunately, one of the lands is going to be the ocean. So we don't get to... It doesn't actually do a whole lot. It just does 2 damage. It's not actually doing anything this turn, so... We might even just not play it. It's good next turn when they have a whole bunch of explore. Or we can actually... It's good this turn because there's going to be lands with a whole bunch of explorers in them. We don't need the threshold, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So we're not going to worry about the threshold. And maybe we ditch this power. We don't have blight in coastal lands. Not great at the moment. Keep our presence there. We'd lose the presence there. We'd take it back, I guess. I guess we'd take it back. And ditto. All right, so assuming we play that, we don't have to play it, but let's assume we play it. We want a Grasping Tide, something. We could twin Days Grasping Tide and just defend both lands, as long as we don't play a 0-cost card. So that's interesting. And we let Sharp Fangs do more. And do we accidentally get the threshold? No. Okay. So here we could give 2 of a single element. If we want the threshold, we can have it. Or we could get water or earth, something. We can also do 1 damage with an extra energy. Doesn't seem that exciting. I'm going to click on this. And we want to add presence. We get 4 card plays. And make more beasts here. We don't actually need to do that, but whatever. We get to gather. Yeah. Let's put it somewhere else then. Maybe here and put a beast there. I could do the 1 damage here. That's interesting. Oh, we can move. Can we put it somewhere that we can send Dahan? I don't think I have Dahan in any coastal land. Oh, I can use it here and then bring Dahan. Yeah. Or here. Yeah, okay. Let's use it here. Let's go here. So there we're gonna have like we can use Storm Swath to kill the city. Okay, so let's click on those cards. I don't know that I need that card. I want a card with plant and animal. I don't have to because of this, but let's click on one. And we can do this. It's more fun. Okay. We get to repeat. So do we want Spur On to play that? Oh, we still need one more animal, but we're going to get it. So instead of Spur On, let's play... Tidal Boon's never going to work. So this... And then... Oh no, it's too cheap. I can't play the cheap cards. Tidal Boon. I'm not allowed to play the cheap cards. Then we can get Earth, and then we can drown a city where we're not actually there, so it doesn't actually matter, so who cares? Who cares? What even? Oh, actually that means we can get Dahan into both of the lands for the Ravage. This shouldn't say both, because there's only one of the things that... Right? Yeah. I'll report that. That's annoying. So, since there's no, like, explorers and towns, you should just get the one option. What's this called? Strong and constant currents. Whoop. Bug. Send it. These are all the little things we tidy up before it ever gets to you, so enjoy it. Not like any bugs get into the wild. Of course they do, but not usually things that are so obvious. Like an apostrophe at the end of a power name. That would be ridiculous. Or Tempest having the wrong card count in his deck. That could never happen. All right, attachments, attaching. All right, we're gonna do this. And since this says move between, it means you can pick any other land and have the Dahan come back and forth. Which means we're gonna get to do cool stuff. Wait. Oh, right. I was like, why do I get to use this again? Because I did already use Twin Days. You can use Twin Days again, but it doesn't do anything if you do. And we actually added a message in here now. If you try to repeat a power, if you repeat a power that has the word repeat, it will tell you about why it's not going to work. So there's that. We get to play another card. So let's play the other card that we wanted to play. And let's also grab more Dahan. Repeat and repeat, we're in a boat. Yes. Alright, we're gonna defend both lands. We're gonna pound... Oh no, we're not gonna pound the ships yet. We're going to do this to get more fear, because why not? And we don't even need anything, but we'll take animal, because it gets us an effect that we were not going to get to, because we're going to win before that. I have Prey in the Builders, which cannot do anything. I guess it can. No, it can't. It can't do anything. There aren't enough beasts around. You can let us get beasts back, I guess. There's going to be one explorer left in the island. It's going to be sad. Beasts, go forth. I don't know. To me, my beasts. Years of Little Rain, a classic. Honestly, I don't think this really matters at all. We can easily act to ease the drought, so let's do that. Discard a card. And we get a plant. We get a plant. The beasts are dealing damage. All right, the island's going to be totally empty. Skip the build. Well, there was never going to be a build. That's going to be on a later turn, which is always interesting. When these cards line up like this, it's wacky. They do not ravage. No, almost always I just skip this. Like, I want them to ravage where I have Dahan. All right. That's a clean win. Healthy island and all. All right. I'm going to grab another beverage. If the chat wants to suggest the next game setup, what spirits you want to see with potential Jagged Earth powers and events, let me know. And adversary, scenario, be right back. All right, let's see. We have Bringer and Wildfire. There are no Jagged Earth adversaries right now. I mean, there are, but not in the digital version. We're testing right now. I have a White Mountain from Serpent Brewing, a wit beer. So, Bringer and Wildfire against England. Let's make them England too. And we want Bringer. And we want Heart of the Wildfire. And England 3. Let's make it interesting. Jagged Earth. Let's do it. England is here. They explore the sands. Always hilarious with Wildfire start. Bringer's in the sands as well. Please explore the sands. I entreat you. A wit beer. There's no description. It is just witty. It has orange peel and coriander, so I think I've had it before, maybe. Solid. I mean, liquid. Okay. We have the invaders right in our kitchen. They're going to build their anyway. So going in there right now is not productive. We could make a super presence stack, and then jump in there next turn with a power card and a blight and 2 damage and kill the town. I kind of like that line, as it were. Which means we get to kill, we stop the city build here, which keeps it a little more manageable. This is going to blight LOL. This bringer can just do their little defend situation here. We could just bring all the Dahan into the corner, which is a horrible idea for an overall strategy. But it is a thing we can do. And it's a thing that we're probably going to do. Okay, so let's do this. Fire, fire. Boop. Push Dahan? Yeah, they might. Let's get that. Let's leave 1 Dahan here. Oh, it's still adjacent to the city, though. Let's send the Dahan. Group the Dahan up. Hope the invaders had their brown pants on. We'd actually stop them building here entirely, but I kind of don't mind if they build, because we can just, like, farm them a little bit. We could also just destroy the town they build, and then hop in wherever they explore. It's expensive to play this power, though. We could threaten. Yeah, I mean, Threatening Flames is pretty good because we get the extra fear as well. If I do that, we get to kill the town and push out the explorer, and they don't build. I mean, it's one less thing, to be fair. All right. Let's do that. I mean, farming is nice, but it's the invaders who want to farm. Okay. Bringer. Bringer could do all kinds of things. But probably next turn we want to defend. Like, this is like the ideal setup, that they go into your land with Dahan. Like, that doesn't happen very often when you start with Bringer. We can gather 2 Dahan in. We could gain a power card. I think we're just going to do Dreams of Dahan, Midnight Dreams, and maybe get a couple majors. So maybe we get a minor that we can forget for that, if we don't want to forget, called Midnight Dreams. We got really cards that we don't want, so that's exciting. This is actually good to use on Wildfire. So I might click it just in case we decide to keep it. All these elements are not very good. This one's fine. It's 2 fear, but this is just gonna probably get forgotten, and we'll see. So let's get presence into maybe the land with the city. All right. So first we want, in case we forget Calm Minute Dreams, we want to use these powers first. So you flip a card. Add strife into a land with or adjacent to beasts. That might be helpful. Maybe someday. Maybe not today. Is it time to be real? It's time to be real. All right. Streaming. Streaming with beer. Classic. All right. This is your streamer on social media during the stream. Okay, let's get more Dahan. that becomes a town someday, like, whoops, but we couldn't really avoid it without getting less energy. We have all classic powers. Sea monsters is a hilarious amount of fear when Bringer uses it. If we want the game to end in like 3 turns, we click on this. Oh my goodness. With cities here and like this one as well, like kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous. Hard to get the threshold, but like it doesn't really matter. Using it once is like once there starts like 8 fear, you start getting 8 fear and then fear from all the cities, and it's ridiculous. Savage Transformation is better elements for Bringer. It doesn't really do a lot, but it's cheap and easy to play a lot. Infinite Vitality is fine. We could use the next turn to stop a blight if we want. This is fine. I want a Jagged Earth power. I want something cool. This is kind of neat that it slots like directly replaces the elements of Midnight's Dreams. Should you want to use it for that purpose. I could like sort of stop a build, except, you know, not really, because England. I mean, it's got to be sea monsters, right? It's got to be sea monsters, and we forget the other power and we try for another one. We're not going to play sea monsters this turn. I mean, do we? We could afford it. We could just... Okay. Changed my mind. If we do this, we actually get enough energy to play sea monsters this turn. And there's a city there. So there's 5 fear. Alright, yeah, let's just keep playing sea monsters. That seems cool. Kill the town. Oops, all sea monsters. The sea monsters are in your imagination, but they are just as terrifying. It's wetlands. Oh look, coastal or wetlands. So we could use sea monsters to stop that build, or we could generate seven fear. The strife would not be going on useful things in the fear phase, unfortunately. I mean, we're going to get the fear card whichever one we do. I think just ripping towards the next star level is going to be worth it. And I think this is the land, right? This land already has, it's going to have blight. It's got more in it. We're just gonna rip fear to victory. Sea Monsters definitely needs a buff, and then we can just reclaim one and use it every turn, except we don't have enough energy to do that yet, but I'll get it on the next reclaim. Actually, if we could have hit the town and explorer here and not added a blight from here. That's interesting. We want to do that because we get to, the fear card's going to give us a strife. Maybe we want that just this once as a treat. They can have strife. Alright, you guys go up here. The 5 fear, though. That's a lot more fear. 5 is a lot more than 2. It's more than twice as much. It's okay. We'll get it next time. So we just want to be clicking this and so that we can play sea monsters faster, I think. We have reaching grasp now. Let's do wildfire here. I'm too excited about sea monsters every turn. We want to pop in here and add blight. They're doing a thing here. That's going to be their capital for a little while. We could just like jump in here. We could let them blight that. Or we could blight it ourselves. Think about that. We have a new power. Birds cry warning. The next time Dahan will be destroyed and target land destroyed 2 fewer. Look at that. It's a good spot for that. Or push up to 3 Dahan. Yeah, that's great. That's gonna let those Dahan fight back and still be alive. So I like that a lot. We want to make blight. And that mischief is managed. Now we're in the classic thing where you can't afford to play both these cards because we did those 2 things in the wrong order. But that's fine. It's fine. We can do this if we like. We actually just need to play like a plant and then we can kill this guy just in case he would deal damage. We could give +1 and an energy over here. And that would let Predatory Nightmares do more. I don't hate that. What do we want to do? We want to make a Sacred Site here as well. We want to reclaim sea monsters and then you have it. And I think we want to be getting energy. And we reclaim sea monsters next turn. We can play sea monsters this turn. No, we can't. We're getting the extra energy from that thing, so we can't. All right, where do we want to go? Somewhere else. Doesn't super matter. We could go in here. We could go in here. Let's go over here. Nope. Any particular reason. I don't think Reaching Grasp does anything this turn. Hey look, we are generating lots of fear. We get Moon next turn, which means we usually hit this. Unless we're playing sea monsters. So here, I guess technically let's do this. Skip explore actions in lands with at least 2 Dahan. That could stop 1 explore action on the board. If we're lucky. 50-50. Let's defend this land. Currently there's a blight. The preview doesn't know about this. I mean, it could, but that would be a lot. And +1 damage. Predatory Nightmares can hit a city now, which couldn't hit this city. That's kind of fun. Hey, a classic event. Population rises. Add a town to a land with town/city. We don't want it to be here because we only have 3 defense. We want it... Man, it's starting to be sea monsters is better here now. There's more stuff. I mean, well, we don't want it to be there because England. We don't want it to be there because building cities. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be in these lands right now, but we're not gonna like it. Bad disease ascends our mountains with the most. Well, here there's none, and here, I guess it's here. All right, the strife we wanted is here, and I guess we strife like this city or this town. If we strife this town, we have like a chance of defending that land, or we just let it go. It's just a blight. Strife this one. France will come through for us, right? We can hit that land with sea monsters. All right, jungle party. I should have hit this one because I was getting rid of this stuff there, but I got rid of this stuff. Yeah, it's adjacent to, right? I could have, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Put the beast here, and then no, but I wanted to. I sent those guys away. Blah 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 blah. I did the wrong thing. 2 damage, push up to 2. This is 3 damage, so we can stop one of these. Right now they're adding 4 blight, which does blight the island, technically. So there's that consideration. We could stop them from blighting the island if we want them to not blight the island. Or we could make 5 fear. Which the next fear card doesn't really do anything, but gets us closer to bigger and better things. I think not blighting the island this turn, because I don't think anything else we're doing, like, you're placing presence, so we're probably blighting the island anyways. So, turns out maybe we are blighting the island anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So why don't we make the fear. And you can go. There's no way we defend this, right? We're playing Reaching Grasp and Sea Monsters next turn. You go there. We could play Reaching Grasp and Sea Monsters. Which seems like a solid strategy to me. Here, we could add a blight to stop a blight. I would love to be able to push this beast into this land, or whatever. That would be cool. We can put it in here. Deal. That is a deal. 2 card plays. Put the beast in here, because we're going to make a sacred site there. Look at me putting the presence in the right place. We don't really need the moon now. Didn't do anything for us. But we want to play this so that these Dahan do something. We're definitely blighting the island, but in a good way. If we play this, we get to kill this guy. We don't get to actually use Reaching Grasp. We could actually use Reaching Grasp to kill this guy instead. And they're going to build there anyways. It's England. It is England. That's the trouble. I played Reach and Grasp for no reason, but also it doesn't super matter. I'm going to reclaim next turn. And it's free, so... We're going to hopefully get a better fear card. Do we actually get any fear? I don't think we get any fear. I mean, Reach and Grasp. It's going over there. This is range 5. Protect 2 Dahan. So those Dahan won't get killed. Which means they get to kill the city for us. And this could hit... Oh, it could hit that land, but they're going to build anyways. So let's just, in case they get +1 damage, get rid of him. Sparky Wolf is here! They do +1 damage. You see? That's why you kill the one guy. And other stuff happened. We removed Blight. Oh, we removed Blight! Look at that. That's why we put Dahan into lands. We didn't get the fear card, by the way. Did we? No, we did. So, right, there's still explorers that could be skipped. 4 damage remaining. Oh, they high immigrated into... That's what's going on. Stuff's happening. People are like, the app is fast and stuff happens. Yeah, it's true. But it all... No, it all's according to the rules. Don't worry. You can always just look at the board state and make your decisions from there. They explore the sands, so our fear card does block them from exploring the corner where there's a town hiding behind my presence. It's real sneaky, this town. Okay. Oh, does that mean I can reach this with Reach and Grasp? Almost. From here, I can reach these lands. That's pretty awesome. Alright, Sea Monsters is here. It does the most here, so it's going to go here. It's 2 fear per beast, damage per beast. This doesn't move beasts, no. 6 damage. Alright, terror level 2. And you can go here. And you can go there. I would like them not to cascade this land. That's the only cascade. So I'm gonna click there. I could click here. But also I could just put presence in there. I could put presence and blight the island as part of placing presence. That's an option. We can play sea monsters again. I could just play only sea monsters. That's an option. I could reclaim 1 and play sea monsters. That's the reason to not have played Reach and Grasp, but Reach and Grasp did let me kill that town, so... That's not nothing. Gaining a power card keeps us from getting 4 energy, but it lets us play something. Or any of the cards we would play good. So that land is 12 damage. It's just blighting. I mean, we could try to gain a card that isn't sea monsters, but that seems foolish. We're playing Dreams of Dahan or Reaching Grasp, so that basically means just like putting a Dahan or 2 Dahan in here. Something like that. Or, I mean, we gain a minor and maybe it's free and is better. Like, stops this blight. I think that's okay. And if not, it's Dreams of the Dahan, which actually is potentially... Oh, that's 3 fear. That's way better than anything else I could do with it, so... Alright, let's do that. We didn't get a 0 cost card, so I don't care. Sea monsters and a 0 cost card. Okay. It's a long way to winning, but we can get there with sea monsters. I'm confident. Especially if we get a good blight card. So one question is, do we want to... What's the booze? It is White Mountain Wit Beer from Serpent, and I had a coffee maple syrup beer earlier. Long way to winning, short way to losing. I mean, you know, these things happen. So if I click here, we blight the island right now, which may be fine, but it's usually better to blight it in the Ravage as opposed to in the in the Spirit phase. So I'm gonna hit Reclaim. And we could take a major here. I feel like we're gonna take a major, and we have 2 Jagged Earth powers. We have Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. Inland. 2 from Sacred Site. 2 damage, then either add 3 wilds or remove a blight. You have 3 plants, +1 fear, +2 damage. Or Storm Swath, which we saw last time and played but didn't get to use. So that's interesting. We're not going to have the thresholds on either of these. Thickets Erupt does let us stop this blight, which is handy. I mean, the island is going to blight. Unless we, it is going to blight. I don't know that we can stop all 3 blights / remove enough to matter. I kind of don't mind if this blights because that's more damage for sea monsters. I'm leaning towards Thickets Erupt. We can use that right here. And we can add the wilds. Cool. This one is fine, but the 1 damage, it's like not enough damage, right? 1 damage to each. It's not enough damage. We're probably gonna forget. I mean, we could use Threatening Flames here. Just send away invaders. I don't want them to be like blowing me up here. Bird's Cry Warning. It's not doing anything for a while. 1, 2, 3. It does reach up there where the Dahan are. I mean, there's also like flash fires. Yeah, flash fires. It does. That's interesting. This has air and plant, but only thresholds on plant. Is it Threatening Flames? I wish I could play more cards. We'll get there next turn, maybe. I don't need +1 damage because we're just destroying a town here. This lets us push away 2 guys. They still build. This is becoming a capital here. We'll just hit it with sea monsters later. It's probably fine, right? We're gonna get several Terror level 2 cards. So that's kind of fun. We can look at 1. We look at 1. We're getting 2. We're getting 3. Maybe 4. Let's look at the first one. Add strife in a land with beast disease Dahan, -1 health per strife. So we can block this. So we do get a blight here. And we're gonna get 2 more cards. Excuse me. Adding 3 wilds is kind of silly. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, we also have Firestorm. It's not really doing anything, but it's exciting. We could just put everything in here and strife it because Sea Monsters is gonna hit it for more fear later. Yeah? Where else would we put the strife? It's not gonna do anything over there. We could put it on the city here. But like, what if we put it here? What if? That. So if I had done +1 damage, then I wouldn't get to do Threatening Flame, so it's kind of a wash, right? Alright, we happy? 3 cards, an event. +3 damage in lands with 3 or more. Does that matter? No, because... Oh, it does matter, because that one Explorer is going to do +3 damage. Right now. Oh, we can just say they don't Ravage. Right now there's 8 damage. Oh, this is the card that we don't use. Finally we get to use it. Alright, they don't Ravage there. And they don't Ravage there. Like, we're living the dream. Where's the Blights? I think there's an issue with the preview that it's showing that those are blighting, but they're not. They're not because they're prevented by the fear card. That's something we're working on. There's some complicated stuff around that. All right, so we don't have to strafe those towns now because they're not ravaging there. Oh my gosh, that fear card coming through. That fear card has never, honestly, has never come through for me that well. Like, it's never been that good. So we can strafe this city and maybe, like, we're not blighting the island this turn. That's incredible. -1 health per strife. Like, we're doing enough with sea monsters to hit everything here. We don't need them there. So I think we put it on this city. We're not doing anything to them, but like it helps us later on. We're over to 3 health. Man, getting fear is like really good. Turns out the sea monster strategy is paying off. A land with disease. There's no disease or 1 explorer from an inland land. Okay. Okay, settle down. 1 explorer. Well, 1 explorer from an inland land. Not exciting. May as well be him. And that lucky guy. Alright, sometimes the fear card's a whiff. Sometimes the one that's usually a whiff isn't a whiff. They don't ravage. Incredible. And the jungle's back. But... Alright, I definitely want them to build here. Because Sea Monster is building there. This is kind of bad for, like, the lose condition. But, like, my goal is to get past the loss condition first. There's 5 buildings here, so we do lose next turn if they flip a thing, so that is a concern. However, let's just see what happens when I do this. We're at 5 out of 8. That was just the first part. That was 8 or 6 fear just for the first part. So that was 20 fear, I think. That was very good. We are almost to the next terror level. That was very good. And this can still get better. It's not even in its final form. I'm gonna put these here. So we can have competing Londons competing with each other. I just think that's kind of good. So the problem is that we lose this turn if we leave all this stuff here. So if we can get to this, then we get 4 fear cards at tier level 3. We definitely get to like remove a bunch of stuff out of here, right? Like that's gonna happen. Or we can just like pop in, kill a town. Or yeah, just a town. Sadly, I can't use sea monsters again this turn. That's really the problem. But I can get 3 fear with this. And can we get enough fear fast? I don't know that we can. Maybe. Let's work it out. So this is 3 fear from the Dahan up here. If I use Flame's Fury, if I play all these 3 cards, well, I'm going to get a new card because I'm going to jump in here probably. And that's going to be 2 damage, right? Because I have... I'm just going to have 2 fire in the tracks. That's it. That's 1 fear. So that's 4. If we play Dread Apparitions and a card with Animal and Moon, like one of these, we get 3 more fear. Where are we at? 7? Wait, that's not the card. The card that I want is this one. That says 3 fear. What if I play these 2? This is 1. And that plus one of these cards is 4 fear. 1 more from the town is 5. I need 7. So can Wildfire make 2 more fear by destroying a city? Wildfire has the incinerator. Yeah, so we can also pop in Bird's Cry Warning over here to do more damage or whatever. If we play Flame's Fury and Asphyxiating Smoke, I think we're short, right? Like, we don't have enough plant. We do have air, so we can split. We're only going to have 4 fire. We're not going to get the 3 plant. So I'm going to get 2 damage, so we only get to do 1 fear. So we're short by 1 fear unless we get a card with plant on it. But we can't... A card with plant on it that costs 0. That is what we need to get. Let's have a look. There's 77 cards in here. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. Actually, 5. There's a lot. 6. 7. 8. Oh, it's not as good further down. So there's 8. 10% chance. Well, 4 times a 10% chance. Flame Fury has plant. Yeah, but the problem is I need 3 plant to get enough damage. Oh, but wait. I can still kill the city because Flame Fury gives him +1. Okay. Okay. It works. It works. It works. It works. So we don't have to get Dreams of the Dahan. We can use Dread Apparitions and actually defend this land. Counter to my every instinct. Actually, maybe we defend this land. This land we can protect with, sort of protect with Bird's Cry Warning. Like, not really, but maybe we get plus, like, defend for Dahan. Like, it's super likely with 4 cards at tier level 3, we get, like, a lot of really good stuff. Problem is we can't go back once we click this. But I feel good at better chances. And honestly, if we blight the island, like, whatever. Like, we are blighting the island probably because all of these are cascading. But whatever, like, it's going to be great. Just think about the sea monsters. I don't have to get the card that I needed, but I did get it. After all, I did get it. A 0 cost card with plant, so we can actually do more damage and probably kill the town as well. So that's awesome. We're blowing up this presence. I don't think we need it for... Unless we want a presence there, we can put presence there. I think we want to get energy. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. But if we're using this one, we can reach wherever we want. You can always go back. This land is just like, whoa. All right, we're flipping the blight card. Okay, we can't go back after this. Is it fine? Do we want presence there? We don't want presence there. It's like, it's a bad place, right? Hang on. Is Sea Monster's Sacred Site? It's not, right? I kind of want to have the option. I kind of want the option. So I'm going to put my presence there. And reclaim sea monsters, obviously. No, but I really want the energy. I can reclaim sea monsters next turn. So let's do this. Let's do this. And then let's blight the island. It's worth it. We're not losing to this land by immigration. Immediately, 2 fear per player. Each spirit just... Oh, look, we just got the fear without even trying. So, turns out... And we could have just... Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. We need a sacred site up there. We'll just play Call in the Hanways. It's fine. We could have destroyed that presence. It's fine. We still could have, I guess, but I want to have it for next turn. To put 0 there. Range 0. I want the option. Okay. We're clicking that because we wanted to defend... I want to defend here. Why didn't I put my presence there? Oh, wait. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I need range 0 there. I should have put presence there. It doesn't matter. I'll just defend this one. It really doesn't matter. Okay. We're clicking the 3 cards we can click. We didn't... I thought I had that more plant. Oh, because I assumed I was getting that, but I wasn't. I think everything works out, right? I get an extra element. Oh. We get the extra plant that way? Like, we got the bonus fear. Like, we're already rolling. We're gonna get 5 cards. Alright. Have a look at the first one. Remove 1 from an inland land. So this one. Flames Fury. Like, the amount of ridiculousness happening here is high. Defend all. Yeah, the blood card gave you here. Get another card. Exactly. Like, this just kills everything there. We could push 3 to Han. Or we could save this poor guy. So we went from, like, everything blowing up to everything is fine. We're not getting... Well, we might get the other fear card, but, like... I think this is technically the 3rd fear card. I think I clicked the wrong one. We could save this guy, which does let him, like, kill a town, so... That's not nothing. We could also push 3, where 2, no reason, so let's do that. Tech 2. Okay. The event, towns do +1 damage. Oh no! This is a Jagged Earth event. After a Ravage action adds Blight, remove 1 Explorer and 1 town from the Ravaged land. Okay. Virulence among close-packed homes. Add disease to the inland with the most. Inland land. Inland land. Okay. There's a bug here. Virulence is supposed to be inland lands. Bug report. So this is actually helping me out, so my victory will be unearned, I suppose. Unless there's another bug that makes it the opposite way. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back while this is uploading. Oh, mighty chair! Will the milk taste as decent? As decent, I hope it will. Yes, let's hope so. The wasps will move on. I guarantee it. We're adding Right, we're adding disease to the inland land with the most. So it should be this, but it's not. So let's click that, and that was also wrong. We're getting sea monsters back for free. Whoop. Okay, panic ensues. You don't see these very often. Panic ensues as the invaders are filled with abject terror. Make a complete Shammy victory. I think probably not. Like, they did put disease in that jungle, but whatever. Skip explore, but still reveal a card. Sure. Different land with town, city, gather 1 Dahan, 2 damage per 2 damage per Dahan. There, that's really good. I was thinking about. I have a topic about fear I want to talk about when we get to the slow phase. So let's talk about that. Let's resolve these fear cards first. So we still have coming up. The next card is remove 1 from any land. So that is taken care of. Maybe we can blow this up. Can we blow this up before it ravages? Oh, this is ravaging too, right? That's ravaging. I'm just like, woo. Okay, this one is definitely a candidate because we can do this. And then that's not blighting. So we're at 0 blight now. I want these guys to be here. Here is 2 damage per. Yeah, this is very good to bring more Dahan in here. We have 6 damage. Like, I don't have to blow those things up, but like, sure, why not? That's another fear card. Terror level 3, you often get new fear cards from your fear cards. That's great. All right. So 0 blight. They're building 2 towns. Well, okay, they're building in the jungle, and then they're also building in the jungle, so they're actually building like a lot. But now this doesn't really do a whole lot, but it does reduce their victory condition situation. So let's remove a town from that. Skip the build. Next normal build, so high immigration does happen. Remove up to 2 health worth of invaders per presence. Wow. That does stuff up there. Mostly. And I mean, it would have done like a lot here if there was a lot there, but there isn't. But here, hey, it takes out a city if we want. 6. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that number, that prompt is wrong, right? There are 6 invaders, but we're not moving 6 invaders. I'm just going to note that. Fear card and seems wrong. Says up to 6, but we aren't removing 6 invaders. We can probably communicate that a little better somehow. Yeah, it's not a big thing, but this is actually in the game already. This is not a new card, but we want everything to work well. So while this is happening, I think one of the most clever things that Eric did in the design of Spirit Island was, instead of the word victory points, he used the word fear. So, like, if you look at the game, like, fear is victory points. If you get a lot of fear, you win the game. Like, it's obviously a little more complicated than that, but if you just get a whole bunch of fear, you win the game. That is true. But by calling it fear, people see a power like, where's the one? The one that's just fear. You know the one. It's in the discard because I didn't click it. There's a minor power. Yeah, Rain of Blood. You see this power and you're like, 2 fear +1 fear. Well, whatever. It's just fear. It doesn't do anything. If this said 2 victory points, +1 victory point, people would click this card or choose this card a lot more, I think. But based on like their experience with other games. But because it says fear, it like doesn't seem as important. So, but if you do really focus on fear, you win the game. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to click on that. And then I have to click on Explore. Okay. It just says up to 2 health. So you can click less. So you can, there's a skip button. This one is fine because they're just all going to die. This one, we can just remove a town. Cards that say victory points are not insta-buys till late game. Fair. But if, you know, you just want to win the game. Monoliths, there are 3 presents earlier. It doesn't, no, it's not up to that. There were 6 invaders. That's why it was saying you're choosing invaders and there were 6. That's why it's at 6. It doesn't have to do with previous presents. It's just the difference between number of invaders and invader health is the distinction there. All right, we're in the slow phase. We made it. We didn't even add any blight. We powered through like 5 or 6 fear cards there, right? I think, yeah, we got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. We I think. Oh no, maybe we started with that one. I don't remember. We're at 6 out of 8. So we have 18 more fear to win. 18 more victory points required. We can replace a town or explorer with Dahan in a land. Man, if I had sea monsters right now, look at that. Look at that beautiful land. It's so beautiful. I have animated wreck root. I kind of don't even want to put Dahan here, but it feels bad to not do it. It's the only land where it works. I can remove a blight. Oh my gosh. There's a software update and it needs my password. Can that please be later? That interrupted my game. This is not Windows. That's not supposed to happen on Mac. I guess I should remove it from here because cascading and whatever. Are we gonna... I might want the blight there because wildfire. Wildfire's not gonna like do that much. Wildfire's reclaiming, right? So let's remove it there. Blight neutral turn as wildfire. Delightful. Well, it wasn't. We did add blight and blight the island in the spirit phase. That did happen. We could add wilds, but that seems silly. Oh, I'm like, all these cards here. Mountains? They didn't actually, because of what happened is they skipped the explorer, they revealed the card, they shifted the card, and they skipped the build. So like they didn't, they like, it's mountains, and they didn't go there. And then they didn't build, and they're not gonna build this turn. I don't know exactly what's happening next turn. We're just gonna convert a town. How much damage is Sea Monsters doing? 3 damage per. There's gonna be 4 beasts. So I don't want to yeah, these guys don't make fear, but towns do make fear. So like it's blighting no matter what, so We can protect with Bird's Cry Warning, so let's... Even I don't know if I want to do that. Whatever. Destroy and explore and make a fear? Yeah, that's a point. It's a victory point. Of course I do that. The only thing that could be better is if I can make sea monsters fast right now, which could happen unless I discarded that power. I didn't. We're going for it. Well, even if it was there, Weep for What Is Lost is here. I mean, we did already click this, so it's like, do I still have to click this because I clicked it earlier? But I do, so... Also, we have this major. It did a thing. It wasn't nothing. Wildfire's like, what do I do now? There's no one around. I guess, oh, there's no blight there. I can't do anything there. There's no blight. Why did I remove the blight? I could have, like, sent away the explorers and killed the city, right? I could have done that. Fine. We'll just let them destroy our presence. Fine. I don't know. That was a bad decision. We should have removed this blight and blown up all that stuff. Doesn't matter. We're scaring them away. So let's generate more fear. We're playing sea monsters, obviously. We're getting the any element. That's very exciting. We're still several elements away from reaching the sea monsters threshold. But we're making progress. That's the most important thing. We actually have enough energy to play sea monsters and predatory nightmares if we want, which is fairly exciting. We could do Reaching Grasp to little effect. I guess it lets Wildfire stop this cascade. That's not nothing. 3 card plays is a distant thing. Is there another card we want to play besides either of those two? Or a card we could get out of the 69. Nice cards there. So what's the worst case this turn? Blight and Blight. Blight. Island is not dead. The build in the mountain is like here and there. Is it even happening? I'm not sure it's really happening. It might not be happening. We're gonna add a screen to let you know what's going to happen. I know like it should have been there already, but we're gonna add it because there's even more stuff in Jagged Earth that's like, what the heck is happening this turn? With events, it gets more. There's more to it. I think I'm clicking that. But that makes sea monsters do less. It makes less points. But we could push these Dahan into here. And defend it. We've never defended... I guess we have defended things this turn, this game. We have... That is a thing we did do, was defend one time. Maybe 2 times. We could do it again. I know it's a bold move. We could do that again. We could try to defend this land from 6 damage. I don't know that... Well, let's see. Let's just have a look. If we get the card that says defend, and we click it, and we put this there as well. Sure. Now, of course, we click sea monsters, and we take any. We get defend 4, and we can put 3 Dahan in there, And we're going to get a fear card. And maybe that's awesome. That seems like a reasonable strategy. I don't see anything wrong with that. And if that doesn't happen, the Dahan kill the city. So, you know, there's that. This does things. This pushes towns away and into here where we want them to be for sea monsters. So that's cool. And this makes fear. This makes points, right? This says on it points. Win game. So I'm just reading the card there. We want one more element, but we don't have one more element. That would require not playing sea monsters, so that seems ridiculous. So we're not actually defending that much, but we're defending enough for this. Gather. Oh, defend 4 in all coastal lands. So, sweet. That's done. That's going to be defended. You could even bring another town in for fun. This is push. We could protect those Dahan. They are getting defend 4. I feel like they're going to be fine. We don't want them to kill these things. We want those things to be killed. I'm sorry, guys. We can kill one of these. Is this gonna? This is 8 damage. Yeah, the 4 defend is not changing anything here. If there are, this is a Jagged Earth event. Let's see. If there are 4 more lands with town, there's 2 lands with town here. Here there are 4 lands with town. Add blight to a land with or adjacent to town. We may prevent it by destroying 3 presents. That's not what's going to happen. We also have add disease to the coastal land with the most at 3 damage to Dahan. Okay, well, that's rude. That's not nice at all. And each player may push one of their presents from a land with Dahan, 2 damage in the land, push 2. Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't think I've actually played a game with this. I tested this event out, but I never actually had it happen in the game. Let's put the blight in this land where they're not building. And I'm just going to allow it. And there's no, this is just the diseases happening in those lands. It's annoying. All those Dahan that I sent to their places. This causes, this causes this, right? So that's exciting. I don't know that I want that to happen anywhere. It causes a cascade down here. So obviously it's fine for this. This is really interesting with wildfire. So the only lands with Dahan are these 2. We haven't gotten to the fear card yet, so the game doesn't know that we're defending foreign coastal lands. We could use this to get to 7 fear. We're not getting another fear card though. Well, we can if wildfire does. We can get another fear card, which don't know if it's worth... We have to cascade for that to happen, right? This is still 10 damage. Like if we sent this, how much? Oh, it has to be from line with Dahan. Oh, weird. Wildfires being allowed to push bringers? That's not right. What's the event called? Clever cooperation. That's not right. I will not make a cheat by doing that. Generally, if there's a bug that could allow me to cheat, I won't take advantage of it. Unless I'm forced to. Like the earlier inland disease that was coastal, apparently. Yeah, these last turns are taking longer than I had thought. It was like 20 minutes ago. It was like the game's over, but it's not over. All right. I don't like if I do this, it causes a cascade. Boop, 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 boop. So like that's not awesome. And the like we're just not clicking wildfire here, I don't think. You can click bringer, like that's easy. We could send bringer in here and then just like empty land, yay. Or we could send bringer out and do 2 damage. I don't like having just all my presence in one land. So I'm gonna do that. All right, a fear card. The one we knew. We can gather. I mean, we may as well bring those in here. Oh, we can stop this cascade that we just sort of forgot about. That's kind of nice. I did kind of forget about that. This just prevents visibility to the back and is good. And then Sea Monsters wins the game here, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not sure, but it's one more card and probably like 20 fear or whatever again. So more than 20 fear? Definitely more than 20 fear. Maybe exactly 20 fear. There's 8 from the beast. Then 12 damage. 13 damage. Yeah. There's enough. There's certainly enough. Okay. Remove a blight for points. And we win with Sea Monsters. Because Sea Monsters generates victory points. And we get to continue generating victory points in this fashion until the end of the action. That's if you're counting 2 additional fear cards that we earned after the fear card that won the game. So, yeah. Seems okay. Sea monsters seems monsters okay. That is the game. That's some Jagged Earth stuff. There's still more, of course. We didn't see all the powers. We didn't see all the events. There are going to be more things coming. Seems monsters. Yeah, exactly. 51 points. Did the minus blight do anything for us? It did. It got us 1 point. So we would have had 50 points, but we got 51. Hooray! So Jagged Earth, well in development, as you can see. Totally bug-free, but still lots to do. We still have lots of power cards and event cards and spirits and all kinds of stuff to do. We can have a peek at the card library if you're curious. Look at all those power cards. There are many, 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 many power cards, and there's still more to come with Jagged Earth that have Badlands and Isolate and weird things like add a new island board. Yeah, that's a thing. And then there's going to be more Blight cards, event cards. If you're wondering, we have program stuff that isn't listed here. This is stuff that I've verified that's working well enough to show. Yeah, not a new island, but a new island board. Dream of an untouched land. Put another board on. Exactly. Just like we have a power that removes a board already, right? But where there's a power that adds a new board. So, and there's going to be new adversaries and scenarios, spirits. It's a whole bunch. But as we have mentioned, we are going to be releasing it in a phased approach. So there will be an initial launch of Jagged Earth, hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of the year, but that's not a promise. With an initial batch of content, and we'll be adding to it later on. So that's the goal. So we'll be previewing Jagged Earth on Handelabra Live from now on, as we're going on, along with our other games, and we'll get into beta testing, and potentially you'll see it on Spirit Island Saturday and other streams. So stay tuned to our channel. We have shows throughout the week. You can see the lineup here in a second. And of course, all our games are on sale. So go check it out on Steam, on Google Play, and iOS. Any spirits coming with the initial release? I would say that's a good guess. That is a good guess that there would be spirits coming with initial release, and I wouldn't be one to tell you what they are, though. So feel free to speculate. Speculation is fun. Engagement. All that sort of stuff. Have a good night. I'm gonna go. Bye-bye.